Everybody, it's Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast. So, I am shocked because I thought that the Denver Nuggets would put up a fight in Game 2. Okay, defending champs, Game 1, give it to Minnesota. They took the game. Okay, I was rocking. I was like, okay, Minnesota, this is going to be a 7-game series. This is probably going to go the distance. And the Minnesota Timberwolves come out. Well, to start this game, Rudy Gobert wasn't going to play. So congratulations to Rudy Gobert on his newborn. Social media was running away with this as, why is Gobert not playing? He shouldn't care about the game. So it was like, okay, so Denver Nuggets definitely have a shot to win this game. Don't go down 0-2. And boy, oh boy, do they find themselves in a massive hole against the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves are clearly the better team in these two games, obviously, and probably for the remainder of this series. Can Denver win a game? Sure. Denver's going to have to dig deep. Real quick, late in the game, Reggie Jackson tweaked his ankle. Looked like he ain't going to be able to back up Jamal Murray. We'll see what happens. So all the starters for Minnesota on the plus or minus stat, double digits. Crazy, right? The defensive pressure didn't let up the entire game. The Denver Nuggets look flustered. It seemed like, you know what, the Lakers series was a mirage. Okay, just the Denver Nuggets are just not are a bad matchup for the Lakers, and however they're running their offense was just not going to work against the number 1 ranked defense in the Minnesota Timberwolves. Also, too, is Karl Anthony Towns has been looking like the better big in this series. People sleep on Karl Anthony Towns partly because of his own doings. Sometimes he's hit or miss, been injury prone, missed some games, but he's been healthy and he's been active, playing defense, and without Gobert, that he held the fort down, but it was also collective unit on the wings. I know McDaniels got only 5 points, but I gotta give credit to McDaniels and Alexander Walker, right? When McDaniels were getting in foul trouble, Walker's right there to pick up the defensive duties on Jamal Murray, Porter. I mean, look, man, the refs, they were letting them play, but it got chippy. The referee in this game was horrible, right? I mean, you got Mike Malone. First of all, Denver Nuggets got so flustered because the defense was relentless, turning the ball over left and right. I mean, all the starters for the Nuggets, negative double digits on the plus or minus stat line. They were getting so flustered. Mike Malone got so angry in that first half. He should have got teed up. They didn't want to give him a tee. Okay, so the consistency in the officiating has been bad, right? Also, too, a heat pack was thrown on that court from Jamal Murray. Where was the tech in that? That's going to be a fine, suspension. That's a little extreme, but I wouldn't be surprised, right? I mean, the player could have got injured if he threw that heat pack and the player had slipped on that and gotten hurt. That would have been really, really bad. The Denver Nuggets look very uncharacteristic. You know, they couldn't solve the defensive pressure that the Timberwolves were putting on them, getting upset. They should have been a lot more techs in that game. So look, I am shocked at this performance in particular because they don't have a defensive player in the year, Rudy Gobert, but they didn't care. Ant-Man had a slow start, but I wasn't concerned about that because when I was watching Ant-Man play, he was still active defensively and he was picking his spots. Ant-Man did not force anything. I did not see a forced shot that Ant-Man took. And he still finished the game with 27 points, matching Towns. This kid is phenomenal. Well, this man, young man, is absolutely phenomenal. And we should be privileged to see a superstar blossom and elevate. When all the old guards talk about, old school basketball and guys aren't tough, and Ant-Man resembles that. He's tough on defense. He is nasty on offense. And he has the type of personality that a lot of people can like, right? I mean, he is not too cocky, not too arrogant, but he's just enough flashy, right, has just the right amount of attitude. In the post game, he says all the right things, give his team credit, and he is funny. I mean, he is a total package of a superstar. The talk was about the Americans. We don't have a superstar, right? The Europeans have has taken the spot, with Jokic, Embiid, Luka, and Ant-Man's reminding the world, like, hold on now, y'all not breeding me. Guys like me, we ain't built out there in Europe, right? So I appreciate that from Anthony Edwards. What are the Denver Nuggets gonna do, on the road in Minnesota? I'm also to credit Naz Reid, great game, right? What are they gonna do? What is the game plan? Jokic is tired. He is gassed. He's been turning the ball over. He has looked frustrated. This was a horrible matchup for the Denver Nuggets. Now, this is like the Denver Nuggets getting a taste of their own medicine, right? I mean, it's almost in a different series, obviously, but it's like Minnesota's doing to Denver what Denver was doing to the Lakers, right? What is the answer? And they did this without Gobert. Lose by 26. It could have been more. Minnesota's offense kind of got stale in the third. I don't blame them. They were probably tired from playing relentless defense, but then they kind of picked it back up in the middle of the fourth, and then Denver Nuggets just waved a white flag, right? All year last year they were talking about, the Denver Nuggets, rightfully so, best record, they win the championship. This year, all about the Denver Nuggets. Jokic MVP. Blah, 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 Nuggets, right? I mean, I got sucked into it. I'm just like, man, is this team unbeatable, right? But Minnesota has matched them firepower for firepower. And not even firepower. Minnesota ain't matched for firepower. Denver can't match them firepower for firepower. And clearly Denver, they don't have a defensive plan to go up against Towns, Edwards, and those quick wings in Alexander Walker and Jaden McDaniels, and then they have a nuclear weapon in Naz Reid coming off the bench. I mean, this is game one was telling, game two solidified. There's still plenty of basketball to be played. If Denver's that team, can they come back? Is the lights out for Denver already, right? For the defending champs, right? It is crazy. But I like this era of basketball right now is that we're not having back-to-backs. Nobody can sit here and claim the throne, right? If the Denver Nuggets are going to repeat, I've always had this feeling when teams are on a track to repeat, that second repeat is the toughest because, Denver wasn't pushed to the brink like this last year at all. This year, the Timberwolves are the team to be that ultimate test. If the Nuggets can come through and win this, then okay, cool. Nuggets are on pace to repeat, right? This is the championship round, in my opinion. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this crazy game overall. Are you guys surprised that Denver is down 0-2? If not, let me know, man. I'm shocked. I probably should have known better from watching game one, but it was only game one. Didn't want to overreact, but I think we can. I think it's safe to overreact now. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Appreciate you guys a lot. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.